Hey everybody, this is Officer at your service. I'm going to do a review on the new episode of Sanzoku no Musume Ronja. In other words, it's called Ronja, Rover's daughter. And in the synonyms, it's called Ronja, the robber's daughter. Now look at this episode again. It is boring a bit, nothing much is really happening. But if anything else, I'd rather get started right away and just do the review, But I think okay, somewhere in the beginning, I think Ronja seems to have a little talk with Burke, and they seem to have she seems to have a great hatred for him, and she decides to leave, But she decides to go back and keep an eye on Burke, the Borka's daughter or something, or some of the Borka tribe's son or something, Let me see here. She decides to go back, try to keep an eye on him, so she doesn't disturb her forest or something. She ends up finding a cub, a fox cub, and then follows it, and she's actually watching them having fun, and then she sees Burke there, and she was about to sneak up on him doing something maybe, but Burke and Ronja ends up having an argument this forest belongs to no one, this belongs to the living beings herself, and then Ronja's all arrogant, going hey, I already know this or something, alright, blah blah blah, and there was some kind of mist coming in, and right now Burke is kind of scared about this, and I go really, man, you scared about a fog or something? It was getting foggy, it's really hard to see, and Ronja gives him a rope and says, get away from me from a rope's length, okay? And then she realizes she keeps going in circles and circles because she knows the mark, and she ends up hearing a song or something, and Burke says, stop doing this, will ya? And then she's like, I'll go with you, after hearing all that song whatsoever, and then he decides to hold her tight so she doesn't have to get away, He gets scratched by her in the cheek, and then she bites him on the cheek, and then he won't let go, and she just wakes up, and then whatever, it gets scars or something. Later on, it gets harder for her to actually hate him. She just says I hope you fall into the Hell's Gap whatsoever. By the time Ronja decides to ask her father, what's up about this stealing, about taking something from not asking people, and her father explains everything to her or something, can you become a robber or something? And by the time Ronja says no, if everyone gets angry and cries, I definitely won't become one. And right now Ronja's dad says, hey, I give something to the poor at least, and the old man says, yeah, once every 10 years or something. And later on Ronja decides to get to bed, and she goes no matter what dad does, I mean, he's my treasured father, so I love him, So that's about it. This episode wasn't as much, this series is becoming a sleeper for me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know why I'm still watching it. Just want to see where it goes, And yeah. So if anything else, I'll end my review right here, people. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you in my next review. All right. Later. Peace out. Bye bye.